Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to start our chapter 2, which is Python data types and structures. We already discussed in our previous videos what are the data types and why we use them. So here I'm going to revise or review some of them again, which is what are the data types, the type of data we use in our code. So there are many built-in data types or predefined data types that are already defined in our programming language, which are the integer, float, boolean, string, lists, and tuples, etc. There are further other data types. We will discuss them in detail later, but there is one new data type, which is none type. What is this none type data? It is an immutable object or immutable data types. We already knew that. What are the immutable objects? Those objects that in which we cannot make changes. Those objects in which we cannot make changes or that cannot be changed. They show the none data types. They show the absence of value, like they contain nothing. So they are similar to null in many programming language like in C and C++, where we use null operator or anything. So they are similar to them, and they mostly return the false boolean expression. False boolean expression. So now there are other data types which are in numeric type. We already knew that. What are the numeric types? They are integer, float, complex, boolean, that allow the standard arithmetic operators to work on them. Like they use some standard arithmetic operators which are plus, minus, divide, or multiply. These are the arithmetic operators. They use them, and then they perform they perform their work. There are some other. We already knew that. I've already discussed this in my previous videos. There is a sequence data type. Sequence data types are the string type data, tuples, range, objects. These are all in sequence. There are two types of data, which is immutable and mutable, where the strings, sorry, yes, strings, tuples, range, and objects, they are immutable data types or immutable objects, whereas the list is an mutable object. Mutable means in which we can make changes. So here, strings, tuples, range, etc. They are immutable, while lists are the mutable. Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss some methods that we use to perform on our sequence data types, and which will give us the output. There is a first method that we use in our sequence type data, which is length. This method is used to return us the length of a string or length of a list. So it will return the values in our list. For example, my list equal to 3. So it will return, and if you wanna print the value, print the list, so we will say length my list. Now see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It returned us the length of a string or number of values in the string. In the length of a list or number of values in the list. Now there is another method which we use. The most basic method is a min method. It will return us definitely the name indicates, it will return us the minimum value of the list or minimum length or minimum value in the list. So how will I write this? I'll take the same here and I'll say print min of my list. It will return us the minimum of list. See, 0 is the minimum number in the list, so it will return us the list. Now see, now this min and There's another method, max. These will only work on the numeric data, like this will only work on the numeric data like integer, float. Okay, this will not return on the strings or on the characters. I'll show you. For example, if I say the same list and I'll say print max of my list, so it will return the maximum value in the list, which is 9. Now if I want to use this maximum method with the string, it is only applicable on the numeric data types, not on the numeric data, not on the string or any other type of data. For example, if I want to my string is equals to hello and I want to say print the max of my, see, it printed us the there's nothing. So it will be applicable only on the numeric data or integer, float or boolean, etc. There is another method which is sum method. This sum method is used to sum the values in the list, the total length or total values in the list. It will return us the sum of the values. For example, if I print the same list here and I want to print the sum of this list, my list, so it will give us the sum of the list, which is 30. You can calculate, it will the sum will definitely be the 30. So these are the basic string methods that we use in string. So in our next video I'll tell you about the basic string operations that we perform on strings. So hope you understand all these methods.